before the first rays of the new day could pierce the thick fog covering the vast ocean. While everything was still immersed in the peaceful slumber of the quiet night, in a deep, distant sea, the atmosphere was already seething with intense, suffocating, and challenging energy. Here, the strong sea breeze carried the salty, pungent scent of the ocean, mingling with the crashing waves against the ship's hull to create a wild symphony of nature. The powerful, ocean blue painted offshore fishing vessels bobbed gently with each large wave. On the deck, dozens of suntanned fishermen, with bulging muscles and sharp, piercing eyes, busily prepared for one of the most important and arduous tasks of a seafarer's life. The large-scale lobster harvest, a haul of hundreds of tons in the middle of the ocean. For generations, the seafaring profession has never been a smooth road. It is a never-ending journey, where humanity must confront the fury, uncertainty, and profound, unsolved mysteries of Mother Nature. The sea may bestow invaluable resources upon humanity, but in return for these gifts, the price is sometimes sweat, tears, even blood, and ever-present danger. Hunting this majestic creature demands not only extreme patience, but also courage, intelligence, and a deep understanding of every breath of the ocean floor. To achieve this exhilarating and breathtaking moment today, everything had been prepared for months beforehand. It wasn't a stroke of luck, but the result of a long-term strategy. A series of secret coordinates, carefully recorded in the old notebooks of seasoned fishermen. Divers and captains had to navigate countless turbulent seas, using both generational experience and the most advanced navigation equipment to find areas of the seabed with complex topography. Where there are underground caves and rugged coral cliffs, the ideal habitat for tens of thousands of wild lobsters. After pinpointing the perfect location, a massive system of traps is lowered to depths of tens, even hundreds of meters below the water's surface. These lobster traps are not simple, small cages. They are sturdy structures woven from high-strength steel mesh, galvanized iron frames to prevent rust, and anchored by heavy concrete blocks weighing hundreds of kilograms to prevent. Inside each cage, fresh bait such as herring, squid, or tuna heads are cleverly attached to emit an alluring aroma that stimulates the highly sensitive sense of smell of lobsters. Hundreds of such cages are connected by long, specialized winch cables, spread across a vast area of the seabed like mysterious underwater battlefields. And now, after weeks lying dormant in the deep ocean, waiting for the opportune moment. Those cages had accumulated a massive quantity of lobsters, estimated to be hundreds of tons, teeming with life inside. When the command was given from the bridge, the initial silence was shattered by the deafening roar of the diesel engines. The heavy hydraulic winches began to operate at maximum power. A series of sharp, dry screeching sounds mingled with the howling wind and the crashing waves against the ship's hull. No one dared to be careless for even a split second. All the sailors took their combat positions with the utmost concentration. Take new Tudbutter, massive amount of valuables, weighing thousands of pounds, was about to be pulled up to the surface. And even a slight mistake in operating the winch could lead to a catastrophic cable break, kake collapse, or the sinking of the ship. Each cable slowly coiled, pulling the first cages up from the water's surface. The moment was like a dramatic and breathtaking slow-motion film. When the first enormous iron cage broke through the deep blue water, appearing in the brilliant morning sunlight, an unprecedented spectacle unfolded before the entire crew. Inside the cramped cage, hundreds, even thousands, of enormous lobsters with their hard, gleaming shells, a vibrant red mixed with elegant emerald green spots, were crowded together. They thrashed their long antennae and swung their powerful claws. They rolled and collided with each other, creating a continuous rustling sound, a characteristic sound of the vibrant life emanating from the depths of the ocean. The sight was breathtaking, a regal, wild, and powerful beauty. These wild lobsters were enormous, each weighing from a few hundred grams to several kilograms. Their glossy shells reflecting the sunlight like meticulously carved jade and ruby gems. Their appearance instantly brightened a corner of the ship's deck, dispelling the chill and weariness of the tense waiting hours. Cheers of excitement began to erupt from the throats of the weather-beaten fishermen. For them, this was not just the fruit of their labor, but also the most fitting reward for their courage, perseverance, and unwavering faith in the sea and their profession. However, pulling the first cage to the surface was only the beginning of a truly arduous and fierce battle.
Got it now.
Hundreds of other cages still lie deep at the bottom of the ocean, waiting to be pulled up by the power of machinery and the resilience of human hands. The weight of hundreds of tons of lobsters, along with the weight of the iron cage system and the mud and sand at the bottom, creates a tremendous burden, weighing down the winch system and the shoulders of each worker. The ship's engines roar painfully, thick black smoke billowing from the exhaust pipes, while the fishermen, the shouts echoed across the vast sea, drowning out the sound of the waves and the engine. We'd each pulled to the muscle waters of these men to their limit. Their tendons bulged on their arms. Sweat poured down like a shower, mingling with the salty sea spray. No one complained, no one retreated. They understood that behind each cage pulled up was life. The hope for a better life for their families back home, the honor and pride of those born from the sea.
Assess the market size. If it's too small, then they will return it to the ocean. They will also check if the lobster is pregnant, and if it's pregnant, they will return it to the ocean. That's how disciplined they are here. After checking the lobsters, they will now put the rubber band on its claws, and I tried to help them.
As the next cages were pulled alongside the ship, the atmosphere on deck became more urgent and bustling than ever. The work now demanded meticulous attention to detail. Wild lobsters living in deep waters are extremely wild and have a very strong thrashing ability. Carelessness could lead to their sharp, powerful claws crushing a worker's fingers, or their powerful tail thrashing could injure their own kind inside the cages.
This is how they drop the lobster traps.
Healthy lobsters were lifted out of their cages amidst bursts of laughter and chatter. Seawater splashed everywhere, creating an atmosphere brimming with the energy of a bountiful harvest. The ship's spacious lobster hold, with its continuous oxygen aeration system ensuring the lobsters remained alive, healthy, and absolutely fresh, was quickly filled with a vibrant kingdom of lobsters. The distinctive smell of the sea, combined with the salty taste of the deep water, But the scale of this 100-ton haul was so large that a single ship couldn't possibly contain the entire, enormous quantity of lobsters that had just been pulled ashore. Immediately, the communication system was activated. Through the crackling radio, the signal of victory was transmitted. From the distant horizon, the cooperative support ships and specialized transport vessels quickly cut through the waves and approached, forming a solid support formation around the main vessel.
From the eye socket. That's too small. It's gotta be tight. 3 1/4 inches American. Ours is 82 millimeters, 82 and a half millimeters. Sorry, he's going back.
Under the intense midday sun of summer, the golden light shone down on the calm, mirror-like sea, reflecting the image of a bustling fleet of ships working in the open ocean. No one felt tired or hungry. The power of joy from a record-breaking catch had dispelled all physical weariness. They worked tirelessly, their hands and feet swiftly transferring heavy baskets of lobsters to the holds of other ships, ensuring that each lobster was cared for in the best possible conditions in preparation. Looking back on the long and arduous journey, from the dark arduous nights spent cautiously navigating the open sea to the moments of struggling to pull the heavy cages to the surface. Every passing second is a vivid and heroic testament to the extraordinary willpower of humanity in the face of vast nature. The sea, though harsh, full of dangers and sudden fury, has been overcome by unwavering courage, intelligence, keen judgment, and a deep, passionate love for their profession. Today's haul of 100 tons of lobsters not only brings immense economic value, transforming lives and bringing prosperity and well-being to dozens of fishing families in the coastal region, but above all, it is a legendary story, an endless epic about solidarity and unity, about the unwavering will and resilience of those whose destinies are intertwined with the deep ocean. When all the ship's holds were perfectly filled, and the trap cages had been neatly hauled aboard, the ship's engines roared once more with warm, drawn-out blasts. The captains simultaneously turned the rudders, steering the ships back toward land in the fading twilight, which painted a corner of the vast sea and sky red. Behind them, the open sea gradually returned to its calm state. as ships laden with lobsters cut through the waves toward land in the twilight. The rhythm of the ocean seemed to still echo the frenzied sounds of a historic day of labor. But the story of the 100-ton hull doesn't end with the moment of gleam on the waters. Surface, or the overwhelming joy of the filled holds. Ahead, where the boundary between sea and land meets. A new chapter of that great journey is officially unfolding, a spectacular transition between human labor at sea. From the open sea, looking towards the mainland, the lighthouses began to flash their first rays of light, guiding the ships into safe shallow waters. The entire, bustling fishing port suddenly became lively like a festival. News of the record-breaking lobster catch, weighing hundreds of tons, spread like wildfire via radio waves and brief phone calls from out at sea. Therefore, as soon as the lead ship dropped anchor near the pier, hundreds of people and countless vehicles